and the Bible, do they fit together? I didn't used to think so. In fact, when I was in high school, I drew a big line right down the middle of my life. And I put the Bible and faith on one side, science and evidence on the other side. I didn't think they would ever work together. Later on, I found out I can reconcile science and the Bible, but it's important to do it in the right way or you can make some big mistakes in the process. We're going to talk in this session about what is science anyway? How does it relate to the Bible? And what is a biblical framework for the study of science? The definition of science, according to Webster's, is just systematized knowledge derived from observation, study, and experimentation. Now, when most people think of science, what do they think of? They think of test tubes, they think of telescopes, they think of microscopes, experiments, laboratories, things like that, don't they? They're really thinking about a kind of science called empirical science. Empirical science deals with the observable present, and it uses the processes of observation and experimentation and statistical studies. Now, empirical science has been very, very useful in learning things about the world we live in, and it's also helped to make our life easier in many ways. But it doesn't do us much good when it comes to looking at things in the past, because there was no one there to observe, and we can't test things that happened in the past, can we? We can't take them into a laboratory and really do a test. And so in the area of creation or evolution, empirical science doesn't help us too much. We need a different kind of science, and that kind of science is called historical science. It deals with the unobservable past. It looks at circumstantial kinds of evidence in written documents, eyewitness reports, and makes logical inferences from these kinds of things. Now, many people think, well, creation is just a religious myth, but evolution is science. However, if you really look at it, both of these two models are religious. Both require faith. No one was there to watch it happen. And both can be used to interpret the evidence. The struggle really is not over the data. The struggle is really over the interpretation of the data. Creationists are not anti-science like we sometimes hear. In fact, creationists believe in science. We use it all the time. We believe that science is a powerful tool for learning about the world we live in and making life easier. Science can also help us to fulfill our job of caring for God's good earth that He gave us. It also helps us learn lessons for our own lives and to appreciate our wonderful Creator much more. At the same time, creationists are not anti-Bible. We really believe that the Bible is important also. It provides us with historical documentation and eyewitness reports that we would have no other way of knowing, that we could not gain from science itself or from empirical science itself.